Well, hello everyone, Smithy here, and welcome back to another Star Wars Minecraft build series. And yeah, we are going to make some serious progress today. Remember last time we had to spend I spent hours building the basic template, but it's still not finished because I've got to do the bit behind the First Order TIE Fighters. I've roughly got it right. I now need to put the bit at the back, so let's go and have a look as we will go. Right, and also I think it's going to be alright once it's dark and the lighting is adjusted. And I can always turn the brightness up anyway if need be to film it. But the TIE Fighters at the back here, and have got this particular bit where the light comes up. Now, this is not 100% right, but it is right enough for me in that I've left this sort of up high because the traction caterpillars will go down underneath and then go back round, and then as they come out, and this actually in the movie is sort of sunken in, but because we have got this particular bit here, we're going to class it as sunken in, so I'm quite happy with that. And I'm just going to put that in there and leave that like that, really, just to finish it off. And then what I'm going to do is at the back, I'm now going to build up the rear bit of this, which is quite interesting in terms of that looks better. Also, I'm going to change the floor. I might even have to go grey because it will just make it look nicer. I know the movie is or the scene has got sort of a gloss black, which is quite hard to do, so there we go. So that's roughly it. Inside is grey as well, and what I've got here is where the lights come down, which is two sides, we have got almost two rings like that. That's about the right width, and these obviously come down on like a almost like a contraption, which will come out sort of, if we can get this right, it's almost like like that, so they all come down, and then this lift comes out of the way. So what I'm going to do is leave the others like that, and I'll take that one off because literally I suppose it's nearly ready, so we could just leave it like that. So that comes down on this traction here and then disappears into underground. And what I decided to do was that, of course, that would be literally disappeared. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that there. That disappears down. The only trouble is we've got to do the same for that, and then like that. So I've got to make a hole here all the way around because it literally will disappear. In fact, we don't need a hole there, so let me just, in fact, what I'll do is put it as a warning area, and literally almost that's going to be like it disappears into the ground there. Yeah, I'll go into the ground, do that as a bit of just a light up the area, which would be really nice before it goes down. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm now going to build this. It's not easy, but I'm going to have to do this all the way up basically, which is quite a long way up there, so I'm going to do that and then build a bit more of this into design. Now once those two traction area, and this is sort of a different area at the back, and it sort of goes back, literally goes back at sort of that level, so I'll bring that back to there, and that is sort of sunken. Might actually do that a bit lower because this has got a area, this has almost got, see where this sits, we would say that it would sit on there, and that's like the tractor. There we go. So I might have to leave this back bit. In fact, it does look like on the picture it goes back quite a way. So what I'll do first of all is I'll play around with it, and that will go, yeah, like that. See, so that sits like that. That's miles better. And then we sort of get this. Ooh, you can then see. So I might do it to, oh look, night time. You can see it actually lights up really well in the dark. but I haven't lit up these yet. So what I'll do is just finish off this bay area here where they come down, do all the blocks all the way up of this conveyor belt which comes down, and then I shall come back and show you what I have actually done. Okay, so welcome back. I have done a bit more, and I've set up the top roof bit as well, which I've got to carry on up. So let's just show you inside. I've done the floor here and there, and I've now got the almost like the delivery system for the TIE fighters, which goes up here. What I haven't done though is put in the side bit. This comes back through to like the garage at the back. There's a garage with thousands of these, and they sort of roll over the top, roll down, but I've put in the main delivery system here, and what I need to do now is place in another tiered system which now runs either side sort of to block it off. Now what I might do is, what I've thought about is continuing this design over here, because you can't actually see what's at the back there. Now it sort of appears that you can get through to the rear, but this is quite a dangerous place where they'll be all sort of rotary down. So what I might do is I might actually take 12 places from there. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Yeah, I might take 12 places and then place that literally inside there on both sides, sort of do that. I think that's what I'm going to do, sort of to make sure it's all cordoned off. Now at the top bit, the roof bit has this sort of area where the TIE fighters can come through, and then literally goes up to the roof with this centerpiece. So what I've got to use is a bit more MC Edit there to be able to do that, and then bring it up to the roof. Once I've got all this done, I'll be then be able to use MC Edit then to actually start making the 3 rows. There's one more row that side, then there's a couple of these which go to the main hangar doors, and then there's another 2 that go that way as well. So what I'm going to do is carry on the work with this particular bit, which is quite complicated, and then shall come back. Well, welcome back everybody. This is about, I reckon, about 2.5 hours later. No, probably 2 hours later. And you'll be able to see straight away I've made some changes, because since I filmed the last little bit, we have been to see the film. Awesome! Oh my, and I'm going back to see it again. However, when I saw this particular scene, I'd worked out that, and some of you will know now because I've already asked the question, but these were not caterpillars. We couldn't see at the time, but then I found a picture again. They it's a stairwell. They are stairwells up to the upper levels, which I am absolutely gobsmacked, but there will be other levels behind this particular bay because it's all structured, because all these TIE fighters will be behind over there. So let me show you what I've done. So I've done the stairwell. I found a close-up version. If you've seen the picture with the guys, stormtroopers firing the gun when the TIE fighter was trying to escape, you'll see a picture from round about here, and you can see people on the stairs, and actually in the movie you can see people on the stairs as well. So here we go. I've done the stairs in the sort of line of, let me just go and get this, get back to daytime. It still looks good at night as well now, so we're getting there, but the stairs are here, and I've done a load of work because this was too small. The stairwell, when you see it on the picture, you can see this is well dug out. So what I've had to do, I haven't done below yet. This will be down here. This will go down to the lower decks, which I haven't done. So that will be going right down. So it appears that this stairwell sort of goes up through the centre of the ship. Where's the lifts? I think the lifts are over there somewhere. But keep people fit, eh? They probably learned that you need to do fitness. So one of those things is you need stairs because it keeps you fit, of course, on a starship. So there you go. Right, what I had to do was I've had to dig out all that side. I've also dug out the roof now to make it higher because it wasn't high enough. So I was able to do that as well. and you can see that wherever it comes out is the idea will be to put a stairwell, so you can just come in and go down the stairs or up the stairs. We haven't done the stairwell at the top, but I'll show you where we come out. So let's just go literally up the stairs really, and you can see that also, like in the movie, I've put these lights underneath the stairs so it gives the impression. Now I've only put them every 5. On the movie they're like every 2, but you can see that you can walk all the way up here and we haven't got any way out, and then you come to this bit which is next to the TIE fighters, if you remember we built that early on, and then it opens out round the back here. Now also what I've done is, as you come out here, I've made the TIE fighter bay go back, which took some time to do. You now come in, oh, I've also done the inside of the TIE fighter bay as well. What I've done is used similar structure. Now the ship itself, it's quite interesting because it's massive, of course. It's the biggest one of the fleet, but I've also put, when I looked through, there wasn't really much to go through, but I would imagine that there would be some sort of tunnels through to the back. So what I did is, and I haven't put any in yet actually, that's the point, you could have one there because that's still there. I've used the same design as over there, so I used a bit of a design feature, as you can see there, just to make it a bit more interesting, because I don't know what actually and how it looks down there. So I've used that design, put loads of lighting in here again, so it actually looks quite good in the dark, because as you will see once you come through here, the TIE fighters then come on the conveyor belt at this height. Oh yeah, I haven't finished that. I was just doing some copy and paste, to be honest, which I hadn't finished, which is just putting that back. When I copied and pasted the TIE fighter from down the front, it sort of was a bit skew with, because there's no way I'm going to hand build this. All this would have taken weeks to do without the aid of MC Edit, so we're all right about that. And then just get rid of that, and you can see I'm using the lighter stone. I've also decided, as you might have noticed at the front, that I've got rid of the black because it wasn't very good. You couldn't see things with the black. Oh, let's go to that there. Let me just, that one, there's a couple of things there and there. So now you can see, oh, I haven't put the actual carrying thing that this would sit on. I'm just going to put, in fact this was, if I remember rightly, it was I put these sticking out the top, so let me just put that there, like a carrying frame. I suppose that's like it would be, and when it gets down to there it locks in and then sticks out. Oh, still a bit odd couple. Ah, that's what it is. So let's just go back up there and put that in. Yeah, there we go. Just put that like that, just to at least make it look like that it's got the carrying bit underneath. Yeah. Oh, no, that's wrong. In fact, that was right. Silly me. If I did that, and then that, and then that. Or was it on top? It was on top. Yeah, that's it. In fact, what did I do? Oh, I just stuck it out there, look. These slabs are brilliant for doing stuff like this. So then it would come into the TIE fighter bay. Now I haven't done anything with the back because that's not what the build's about, but you can see I've just literally made it sort of go through. You can imagine, I've seen pictures of where the TIE fighters are all racked and stacked. The TIE fighters all come in on like come in on rails, and they all come out of their bays, so there'd be TIE fighters stacked at the back of here and at the back of here, and then they all come on the rail system underneath. I've seen a couple of pictures with like loads and loads of them all stacked up, because you remember they have hundreds of them, thousands, maybe 1,000 TIE fighters in one of these ships. So there you go. I've noticed to put the grey down over there. I did say that before, and I have now mirrored the steps. I was able with MC Edit to mirror the steps, so we've got the steps the same side down here. So I've done exactly the same, so you can walk up either side. Ah, now that was a bit weird. Yeah, that just stayed. Well, That's interesting. I'm not sure how. Oh, I know. I didn't copy. I used the same copy without the air. Right. I need to go and yeah. I need to go and copy the air on that. I'll need to redo that. So on this side, when I copied and pasted, I copied it, but then I've been using the MC Edit where you don't have to copy the air, and that needs to copy the air. So I just need to redo that again. Right. Well, now we've done that, it means I can really crack on with this, because once I've done those steps there, I've really got this particular point done. In terms of, I can now copy and paste. What I will need to do though is I just need to make sure that I have this exact. So what I might have to do is just come out with the roof and finish it off, because I never thought about that before I copy and paste. And then once I've got that, I can use that and do that. So yeah, it's all coming on. And once you get this, once I'm happy that I've got the bays right, I can copy and paste both sides. I can copy and paste from right to left, or left to right, and get it absolutely spot on. So what I'll do is I'll just finish off the roof bit to make it all level, and that's set up there because the roof also has got some lighting on it. So what I'll do is start the roof sections, and then I shall come back and show you what I've done. It's taken quite a long time, but yeah, I think it's going to be well worth it once I've finished it. Right. So this build is now getting pretty big. I've done all lighting, but yeah, with the sun out, it doesn't look so good. But it does with the shaders. It's sort of a bit different as such. And when it goes dark, if I go time set night. It's quite dark with the shaders on, so what I have done, just to show you, is I'm going to take the shaders off. Just take the shaders off a minute. Now what I have done is I've also turned the brightness up on the settings, so now you can actually see the whole thing. So I've turned, yeah, brightness settings. You can go into the Minecraft options in .minecraft folder, and I can change the gamma up to put the gamma right up to 5, just so that you can actually see it. The roof is now done as such. What I now need to do, just to finish off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do basically use MC Edit now to make this side. Now at this end there are going to be, when we put the next batch on, it only comes out to here before it finishes, because we've got the big doors to the outside world, and then it's got 3 lots of those going down to the back, so pretty extensive. So now I'm happy with the build. I am now, and what I did is I did it both ways, so it went and reflected, so you can see now the build's ready to copy. Now this does mean I can see in the dark, so it's quite good, and you can see at the back it's identical, but this build is now getting massive, as you can see. Just going to nip back in here, nip through here, and even with the what it means is this is usually dark without the settings turned up, but at least we can walk around and have a look. It looks a bit funny, but at least you can see the build in its entirety, and then you can then come back. We'll put it back to normal afterwards just to show you at the end. So what I'm going to do now is use MC Edit, start copying and pasting this, and then we'll finish off the video by just having one side done to see what it looks like. Which should be alright, but we shall see. This is where all the hard work now pays off. Now that we've spent hours doing this particular block, the rest of it's going to be quite easy in terms of MC Edit and copy and pasting. Well, here we go. I have now got it into, this is the normal Minecraft with no extra lighting. This is just the standard pack, so you can see that it's so big that the lighting, I put so much light in, but it still doesn't light it up. So, and I'm going to show you here, you can see now I've got the 4 bays all the way down, so these are exactly the 4 bays down to the end. I'm just trying to think whether I need 5. No, I don't think I need 5 bays at all. You can see though where I light it, like down here, it's quite good, the lighting down here, but this is Minecraft in terms of the size. So let me just switch to the usual shaders. Might have to go and find some new shaders, to be honest, because as you will see now, I'll just go into the shaders. Shaders, go to Chocopic 13 lights. There we go, done. And these are the normal shaders that I normally use. It's a pity you can't turn the brightness up, but if you're running around it's quite fun, but it's still very dark. So what I'm just going to do is just show you what it looks like. It's all there, it's all complete. I think I might have gone too far on the end, because I've got literally 1 2 3 4. It'd be very good to render it, you know, the rendering software. I think that'll be good if I were able to render it from down there, because I've got to get the actual size of it right now, because looking back it's going to be, this may be the middle here, so I've still got to do a lot of roof and stuff next time. Right, let me go to where I turn the brightness up on normal Minecraft and then come back. So here we are back in Minecraft, but I have changed the options to put the gamma up to 8, and you can see all 4. Now definitely in the shot that we see him fly the TIE fighter out of here, there's definitely 4 bays with all the TIE fighters in position. These 2 bays here have got TIE fighters which are not on fire. That bay, the 3rd one along, has got TIE fighter fire at the bottom, and the top 2 are well alight. That bay down there has also got TIE fighters in it. Now he stole the bottom one, so it may well be that there is a 5th one. So I'm just going to go back to that and have a look at the clip, because there definitely looks to me as if there is a 5th one in the far distance. So I'll just have to go back and look at the clips again, and that's the one where he stole the TIE fighter, or took it, as and then it flew past. So you can now see the whole build as it is. So next time, I think I'm just going to put the 5th one in the end, which will have one missing, if I can see all the way down that far, because it was tied up, wasn't it, and it was on its leash still. So there you go. Now what else have I done? Well, you can see that all the steps are the same in all of them, so you've got the staircases up on each one. Oh, still the bats here, because the bats think it's dark, so you've still got the steps here. Now there you go, all the way to the top. I've still got all the same for where the TIE fighters come out. I've now obviously since last time done the roof, and tried to get it very similar. In fact, there is a 5th one. I've just worked out from the roof shot that I was right. I thought I'd done it right there. It was the 5th bay where he stole the TIE fighter. So what I need to do, all I need to do now is literally put in, that's the 5th one, so I just need to put in another bay of TIE fighters on the far end, and that would be the full thing. Now quite rightly, this is going to be a massive wide bay, because I just need to get that end right as well. I'll go fast down there. Right at the end where the doors are, which is really cool, which we'll do next time in the next video, it literally goes to, and there's like a great big generator style thing right at the end down here, and it actually flies out across. It's so far in it you can see them fly out across a ship below, or part of the ship. So this is here. In fact, I cut it too early. I'm going to need a second one here, and then there's a gap with another bit here, and then the window. So that will be for next time. So this is taking quite a lot to build. You can see that once it becomes a lot easier once you go into MC Edit. So all I have to do now next time really is work out how wide the other side we're going to put it, finish off the roof, and then do the far end as such, and then the build will be complete. I do not intend doing anything more with this. I just wanted to create the TIE Fighter bay as such in sort of a size comparison shot. That's all I wanted to do, and I think I've got it virtually right in terms of the size, because it's absolutely ginormous. I must say, up here there is literally this part here. I've just about got that right, because there is a beam which goes all the way along from top to bottom for the next particular bit. Right, okie dokie, that is it. No more for this episode. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I say this will be available for download for you to have a look at. If I get one more episode in before Christmas or Christmas, it will be on my page for download once I finish it, so you can go and tour it yourself and have a look round. So there you go. I always like release my builds afterwards. So thank you very much indeed for watching. Bye bye for now. Please make comment, please sub, and more Star Wars episodes to come in the future with different builds. And we're going to go back to Hoth after the next video, but we've got one more video for this build. We'll finish it off next time, and then it's back to Hoth. Thank you very much. Bye bye.